Sampling methods. When we talk about sampling, sampling simply means we are selecting, we have a population. When we need to gather information, we can't gather information from large numbers of people. So that means we need to select. So selecting those people that you would actually make research upon, or those people that you would actually use as your respondent, is called sampling. You have large pool of people. You need to make research. You need to get information from them. But you can't always get information from everyone. So that means you have to select certain group of people. So those groups that you have selected that you will actually use as your research are called samples. Do you understand what sample is here? Selecting a specific group of people which you would actually use as a source of research.
Is it not like focus group?
Yeah, focus group is an example. So when we talk about focus group, it means we have this class. We're going to choose people based on specific characteristics. Then we get information from them about our product, about our service. That is focus group. But when we talk about sample itself, sampling means there's a large population that we have to select to start thinking about the research, which could be focus group, a primary source of research. It could be secondary also, which could be survey. Do you get it? Focus group is an example of research. Here we talk about sample, which is finding out who you need to make as your respondents. And as soon as you're able to get them, then you can decide if you want to use primary research or secondary research on them. Do you understand? So focus group is part of research, but sampling is a method which we can use when we want to do our research. Clear? Okay, so for that sampling, I wrote sampling simply means selecting part of the population that the research is actually going to be based upon. So we're going to select this group of people, they become our respondents. Those are the people we will use for our research. So what are the types of sampling we have? We have random sampling. Why do we call it random sampling? We call it random sampling because this group of people that we have chosen, this group of people from the sample has equal chance of being chosen. So we have selected 100 people out of the population. So out of these 100 people, any of them could have, all of them have equal chance to be part of the respondents. Because we're going to pick them at a random. So anyone could be part of the respondent, anyone could be part of the research. That is random. We have selected our sample. We have chosen 100 people. These 100 people, we want to select them at a random. Selecting them at a random means everyone in that group has equal chance to be part of the respondents. That is random sampling. Do we get random sampling? Please sit down properly. Do we get random sampling here? It gives everyone equal chance to be part of the respondents, to be part of the research. Is it clear? Is it clear, please?
Yes.
The second one, quota sampling. When we talk about quota sampling, it means we are given a numerical figure for our sample. Oh, we need 70 out of 100 people based on these characters, based on being female or male, whatever it is, based on being tall or short. Do you understand? So for quota, it means we have placed a numerical number, we have placed a numerical value on those numbers that we need as our respondents. It's different from random. For random, anyone can be chosen. For quota, it means we have specific figures of those we would use as our respondents. Do we understand quota? Quota means there are numerical numbers. We have numbers of people that we would need for our research. That is quota. Random means anyone within the group has equal chance of being chosen. That's random. And quota, I think quota is clear now. Yeah. We have 100 as our sample. Out of this 100, we only need 20, 30, which will be selected based on specific characteristics for our sample, for our sample frame. Is quota sampling clear? Yes. And the last one, oh, I've not talked about quantitative and quantitative data, I'm going to go back there anyway. And the last one is stratified. When we talk about stratified, it's still going to be random, but the first thing we do is we group them into specific characteristics before we randomly choose them. It's not quota. Quota means we use specification. We specify the group or the characteristics. That is quota. But for stratified, we're going to use both quota and random. Do you get it? We're going to put them in specific group. As soon as we put them in a specific group, we then randomly choose them. That is
Everyone got the
stratified.
same percentage, it's good choice.
What?
Everyone got the same percentage, it's good choice.
As soon as we choose based on specific characteristics, anyone that has been chosen could have an equal chance. We're going to make a random sampling after stratifying them. The first thing we do about stratified sampling is we group them in different strata. We segment the people. As soon as we segment them into groups, so each group we now random choose. That means each group, anyone in that group would have an equal chance of being chosen. That is stratified. Do we get it or not? For stratified, the first thing we do with for stratified sampling is we make them into different strata, into different segments. We have segment A, segment B, segment C, segment D from the population. So from segment D, we now randomly choose. For each segment, we randomly choose. That is stratified. Do you get stratified or not? For random, everyone within that sample frame has an equal chance to be chosen. For quota, we place a numerical figure on which numbers we need. For stratified, we put the sample into different segments based on maybe characteristics. We base them on different segments. As soon as we put them into different segments, we now use a random sample on each segment. That is stratified. Did you get it or not?
Yeah.
Segment means group. Maybe based on income, based on age, based on religion, based on gender. These are segments. So we got segment means to different groups. So based on gender, females, males. Now, part of those females, we now use a random sample on them. But part of those males, we use a random sampling on them. Based on income, low income earner, middle income earner, high income earner. So for the high income earners, we now randomly choose. That is stratified. So the first thing you do about stratified is you first place them into different segments or strata before you randomly choose. For random, everyone in that group has equal chance of being chosen. For quota, it means we are placing a numerical figure on the characteristics that we are choosing. Are they clear now, please? And the last thing about market research is qualitative and quantitative. Quantitative and qualitative. What makes them differ? For quantitative, it means we're talking about numerical, gathering information about values, figures. That is quantitative. We can do that through survey or statistics. So we need numbers. Oh, we have 100 people. We want to make research on 70 people. That is quantitative. But when it comes to getting opinion from people, then we use what it means qualitative research. You need opinion about people, their attitude, their way of life, how they behave. This is qualitative. Do you get the difference here? We need numbers of people in this group or in this class. That is quantitative. Yeah. How they behave, each one of them behave, or trying to find a summary of their behavior. That is qualitative. Do you get the difference here? So qualitative is about gathering information about attitudes, beliefs, and people's intention. Why they do this? Why are they not doing that? This is qualitative. Opinion, qualitative. But when it comes to gathering information, we need values, figures. That is quantitative. They can either be primary or secondary. But either ways, they can be qualitative and quantitative. Example of a qualitative research is focus group. Focus group is a primary research. Interview is also a primary research. Interview means you face-to-face conversation with someone. So when you have face-to-face conversation with someone, you want opinion about that person, yes or no? Yes. So that is qualitative. But how many numbers of people have I interviewed today? And then it comes to quantitative, which means we are getting numbers, figures, based on our research. Do you understand the difference between qualitative and quantitative? Yes. Qualitative research is based on attitudes, beliefs, and intentions. Quantitative is about numerical figures, like for surveys or statistics. That's about qualitative and quantitative. And for sampling means you are selecting a group of people that you want to use as your research, or you want to make your respondent, you want to make them your respondents. We have random, we have quota, we have stratified. For random, it means everyone within the sample has equal chance to be chosen. For quota, it means we place a numerical value on those numbers we need as our respondents. And for stratified, it means as soon as we have the sample, we group them into different segments or strata before we use a random sample on them.